Welcome to Just Another Video Game Podcast. It's episode 20.
Oh, wow.
Technically, I think it's like 23, though, because we had 2 Switch specials. Get down, cat.
He's excited. It's episode 20.
I'm one of your hosts, Jeremy. Joining me, as always, Bryan.
Hi, I'm Bryan.
And Tyler.
What's up?
And we've got another special guest, John.
Hey,
Who are you, John?
I'm Brian's brother.
All right, so...
Hi, John. How are you?
Good.
Awesome.
Excited to talk about some video games?
Yeah.
Good. That's what we do here.
That is.
What have you been playing recently? That's how we always start these episodes off. If you were a listener, you would know that.
I just
I'm just messing with you, man.
I just finished a replay of Dishonored.
The first one?
Yeah.
You like that game a lot.
Yeah. But like it has a lot of replay value because you can do it on like low chaos mode
Sure, yeah.
where you don't.
Where you just sneak around,
Yeah.
right? That's what I was trying to do. I feel like that way is super fucking hard. Like,
Well, if
I
you
don't
like
know.
quick save before you do anything, it's really easy.
So
I didn't think about that.
I never.
So playing on PC.
Yeah, I've got Dishonored on PC on my Steam account, and I've gone back to it numerous times. I've never really gotten past like the 3rd level. I usually just sort of, I don't know. It's not that I'm like bored by it or anything. I just didn't really get into the world. But every time I always wonder if you let the rats eat a corpse, is
Yes.
that high chaos?
no.
That keeps it low. That's how you
only
keep
if you
it.
send the rats on somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's all about like the corpses, right? About like keeping
There's
corpses.
only certain parts where the rats will just eat the corpses by themselves, and it's
Uh-huh.
like the beginning stuff. Like when you go in the very beginning, you'll go into like the sewer kind of area,
Sure.
and like that's pretty much the only part I really remember it just doing it on its own.
Sure.
Other than that, you have to like send it.
I like the game. I love those kinds of games that give you free reign to sort of do however you want. Have you done that numerous times? Because you played through numerous times, right? That you just tried
Yeah.
different ways of doing each thing.
Yeah, like there's so many different ways you can like get to your objective, like through the air ducts, and they have like multiple options where you can kill your opponent or you can like send them off to work on like mining fields. Like,
Wait, you can like enslave them or
right,
something?
No, because there's the hub. There's like the hub area, right? And that's where you like take on missions and stuff.
No,
Well,
you can. He's saying you can defeat your opponents by indentured servitude.
Oh,
Like-
okay,
like-
okay. I didn't get to that point, I guess.
Do you like hypnotize them and like go work in the fields?
well, you have like sleep darts you can use.
Okay.
And then are there indentured servant darts?
You like Fulton them or something? Like you just tag them and someone takes them away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's cool. I've always wanted to play that game.
It's pretty fun. I mean, but you kind of got to get into it.
Like I said, I've tried
Yeah,
to do it a
it's
few
just-
times, and you really have to like. You get. I don't know.
It's
I would
gotta
think someone
appeal
like
to
you,
Mhm.
you really would need to focus in on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something you could be like, oh, I'm playing these games here. I'll try this one because
Yeah.
you won't get into it
I
then.
mean, my favorite thing on there has always been the blink thing. I just love that thing.
Yeah, the blink's really cool.
What's the blink?
You just teleport
Okay.
short distance.
Like just
well,
moving
I
around
think
in
you
VR.
get it upgraded, don't you?
Yeah, you can make
Yeah.
it longer range. It's
Okay.
like parkour.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like stealthy games. I should get that. That's on 360, right?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what I have
yes,
it
it is.
for.
I need to play that.
But I
There's
can't
so many
play
things
my
on-
360, so why does it matter?
What happened to your 360?
I don't know where my power core is at.
Oh.
And I play my one anyways.
I thought you were like, I pawned it for the Switch.
I tried to pawn it already, but I don't have a power cord and they won't take it with the power
Okay.
cord. So,
Power cords can't be that much. Is it with the
I didn't think about
brick
just
too, like
buying one.
the whole block thing? Or
Buying one.
Yeah,
yeah, that's an option, right?
but I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get much for a 360, even though it's one
No,
of the
I don't
newer
think it's
360s.
worth it if you're planning on just turning around and trading it back in. But if you still wanted to play the 360, it should be easy enough to go find a power
Wow.
cable for it.
Yeah.
Let's go hunt around Goodwill.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
There's probably one
I need to
somewhere.
go to Goodwill to hunt for a Rock Band drum set.
I'm sure
That's
they're
what I
still
need.
around.
Somewhere there's got to be one.
But yeah.
Trying to
Now
think. No,
finding one that
'cause-
works. That's the
That's what I
problem.
mean.
I didn't say Switch. Don't snap.
Hey,
Are there any disc replays around here?
there
Yeah,
is
Castleton.
one in Castleton,
The Castleton one.
and one on 86th Street.
There's one in Greenwood that they
That's the
occasionally have.
No, it's not.
Um,
Well, both it's
yeah,
the
Castleton.
same street, but there's two on that street.
Okay.
There's one by Kroger by B-Dubs on the west side.
Okay.
Anywho,
You might be able to find some there. I don't know. Maybe if you.
We're
if you have
slowly giving people like all the little
Yeah,
bits
sorry.
and pieces they need to know about
About
where
it.
we about where we live.
No
Like
one-
we haven't
no
ever
one
said
cares.
we haven't ever said where we live. We just like Castleton, Monon,
I'm sure there's multiple
Canal,
places named
Cherokee.
like that.
Cherokee.
What else have you been playing?
Telltale Batman.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
really?
I've never played that.
How far are you in on that?
I finished it. Like,
Oh, okay.
A few weeks ago.
Have you played the other Telltale games?
Yeah, I played all of them.
How would you?
Really?
Where would you rank this one?
Like probably like in the middle, like 3 out of 5.
Really? What's your favorite Telltale?
Walking Dead.
Walking
Yeah.
Dead. Okay.
Yeah.
I really like the
The
Walking
first
Dead.
episode, the first season.
Excuse me.
Yeah, the first season's probably the best. And
Lee.
That's the only one that you can really say because I don't. Are there? There's no other seasons for
Yeah.
any of the other series, are there? It's only Walking Dead.
No,
I mean the other like
No, does Wolf Among Us?
Wolf
have
Among
Walking
Us didn't get a
No.
second season. So
Oh,
yeah,
that
so I
that
think
might
it's
be
just
it.
Walking
Then,
Dead.
yeah, I think it's just Walking
the
Dead.
Minecraft, they made like 3 other episodes in the summer.
Oh, they extended it, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they? They added more to it.
Okay. I haven't played that one either. I played the Game of Thrones one and first 2 seasons of Walking Dead.
I have recently played the episode 1 of the Borderlands one, which is hilarious.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
play the first episode
That
of
one's
that.
really
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I do want to go back because I got the whole season for like $250
Oh,
on like
was it on
digitally
sale?
on like some PSN sale that they had, and I was just like, I already had money in my wallet, so I might as well just spend it on whatever.
I thought about getting the 3rd season,
Of
Walking Dead.
is it out now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on
Back.
they're on episode
They're on
2,
episode, yeah.
right?
2
Okay.
or 3. So
I never got through the second season. Like I
Oh,
just
really?
didn't. Yeah,
I really liked it.
I didn't think it was as good as the first season, so I just didn't.
Well,
I don't like
see, it's
Telltale's
just
engine. Telltale's engine fucking sucks. Like there'd be so many times where it's just like, oh, this person's talking, and then we're gonna cut to the other person who hasn't loaded yet, or they have loaded, but
Okay,
the
yeah,
world around
yeah.
them hasn't loaded
I
yet.
get that. Yeah.
Does it run on Unreal?
No, they built their own engine, and they built a new engine for Batman, I believe.
It's still
but it's still
stuttery.
janky.
Yeah.
What kinds of decisions do you make in Batman?
Yeah.
Like that affect the story?
Oh well, a lot of people complain that like it didn't really change anything. On
Yeah.
Your decisions.
At the that's typical for almost all of the games.
Well,
Your decisions sort of wrap around.
you can. Well, I mean, on the The Walking Dead, you can pretty much decide who lives, though.
But when it comes down, I mean, at the very end of like season 1, those people don't matter.
On 2, they make it a lot more like
Okay.
you get to really decide what goes on. Too.
But at the end of that season, does it matter who?
on 1,
If this white guy over here is alive as opposed to the girl that it would have been, or something like that.
on 1, it does not matter. I guess.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, you can pick how the end happens, but the end happens the same way either way, kind of thing. You get what I'm saying?
Are there any action bits in that? Like, other than the typical Telltale of move the reticle to this thing in
Throw a
10
battering.
seconds or something like that?
Oh,
I think it's pretty intense.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I mean,
That's cool.
same as any other Telltale game.
Okay.
But
It doesn't stand out from the others.
not really.
Unless you're like a
Okay.
big Batman fan, right?
Walking Dead probably has the most action.
yeah. I could probably see that. I feel like they wouldn't go too much off with Batman because it's Batman.
From what I heard, though, is they were sort of given free reign. Like,
Oh.
Warner Brothers sort of said, make this your own. They didn't want to, because typically when someone gets a hold of a Batman license,
Yeah.
they have like a Bible that they have to follow.
Yeah,
on certain
that's
things.
what I was thinking.
And they said, from what I heard, Telltale, they were just sort of like, do it however you want. So it's still like, I mean, did it feel? Are you familiar with a lot of the Batman lore, and the different Batman universes?
Kind of. I've seen all the new movies.
Okay. Did the Telltale one kind of like fall in line with what you would expect?
Did you have to watch his parents die?
Yeah.
I do know. Oh god damn it!
Sorry, did I spoil that for you, Jeremy?
Did you not know about it? I'm just kidding.
No, it's the same with like Spider-Man and Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Like I'm so
Over
tired of that. Like every time it's like, come up with something different. Try something different.
That's why I don't want to care about that Power Rangers movie, because I don't want to spend 45 minutes watching teenagers get their powers and be hot, but somehow like maybe be bullied or something like that.
It's the same with the recent Ninja Turtles movies, where it's like the first one was just so dumb, but then it's like the second one, it's like, okay, they cleared all this other stuff and now it can just be silly, wacky shit.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more enjoyable than having to deal with Michael Bay trying to... Well, I guess it was produced by Michael Bay, but it wasn't, Still, it's a Michael Bay.
Yeah, the second
Explosions presented by Michael Bay.
Yeah,
Michael Bay explosion!
The second one was actually about the Turtles and not about Megan Fox being April O'Neil.
Right.
Yeah.
And like Whoopi Goldberg was in there for like a hot second. That first Michael Bay Turtles movie was so bad.
Yeah.
I haven't
so
seen
bad.
the second one.
Did we go see the second one?
we did.
Yeah.
The second one's a lot better. I mean, it's still not a great movie.
No,
but if you're a big Turtles fan, it's like it's all right.
I forced myself to go see every single one of them in theaters because we went and saw the CG one too.
TMNT.
Yeah, like I was gonna say that's not a big differentiator because the Michael Bay one is
Yeah.
all CG, but yeah, the animated one, that one was all right.
I was just happy to see Casey Jones in the second one.
They didn't do shit with him,
But he was in it.
Okay.
That's all Casey Jones is like my favorite from the animated series.
I know Casey Jones is awesome, and I was really excited, and then nothing happened.
Donatello was always mine.
Donatello's great in the movies. He's a dork in the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
But in the movies, he and Mikey are fucking hilarious.
So anyway, Batman.
Yeah.
Anything else on it? No. Just another
It
Telltale
didn't
Batman.
really wow me
Oh, okay.
compared to the other ones.
No big
compared
twists.
to Strong Bad.
No M. Night
The
Shyamalan.
ending was kind of weak.
His parents
Have
died.
you, wait, I thought you said you hadn't played the Strong Bad games.
I haven't, but I was just throwing that out there.
Oh my god.
The pre Walking Dead catalog of
Sam and
Telltale.
Max, Bone. What else did they do?
There's a lot of stuff.
I gotta figure out a way to get you to play the Strong Bad games. You would love that.
Well, that's where Dangerous 3 lives.
Yes. Anyway, what else you been playing, John?
Where'd you go this past weekend?
Atlanta.
Atlanta for what?
Hot Atlanta.
E-League majors for Counter-Strike.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Counter-Strike Go?
Yeah.
No,
How's that?
1.6.
I don't know. I don't know if there's another one that they play. I just know about CSGO. That's the only one I know about.
So what was that like?
It was pretty wild. Like, I didn't expect like so many people were like actually cared about the teams.
Any scandals going on?
Just find people snorting Adderall in the back.
Nah.
What was the venue like? Was this that like just a convention center or something?
Fox Theater.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not familiar with that, but a theater.
I don't know if it's like a big deal in Atlanta or something.
It seems like the kind of place where like a stand-up comedian like Louis Black or Louis C.K. would perform, or
Okay.
like it's a mid-level venue or something like that. Like not a stadium, but I mean it looks
That's
pretty
so
big.
cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I haven't.
Yeah.
The only esport thing that I've done close to that was I was at the Pokemon League thing like 2 years ago.
I'm just starting that this year.
Oh,
Well,
really?
you're actually gonna get in?
Yeah, I'm trying. That's why I'm breeding my life away.
Okay, so you're actually gonna do the competitive stuff. Cool.
I'm trying.
So what is it like? Is it just regular tournament bracket?
Yeah.
It's 5-on-5.
5-5.
Okay.
Like, you have a team that went with you? Or...
No, it's like professional teams from Europe and like the best of the best.
So you weren't playing anything. It wasn't.
It's like the best in the world.
Oh, okay. So this is like the finals.
It's one of the majors.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a sports guy, so I'm definitely not. I don't know any esports equivalents or anything like that.
I'm not a sports guy either, and I work at a sports place. So.
Well, as the resident sports guy here, excuse me.
Sports ball. Referees.
So like, what's the setup? Like, is it a bracket? Is it like 32 teams going?
We only got to see, I think, 8 teams.
Okay.
Because we were there for a few days.
Okay.
How long was it going on for?
The weekend, probably.
Yeah.
Just during the weekend?
Yeah, last weekend.
Okay.
And the final was broadcasted on TBS.
Oh. Really?
So that was a big deal.
That's, huh.
I've heard esports been getting on TV a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I know they've been doing stuff on ESPN. Spike does it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I knew Spike did. I used to watch the Smash Bros. On cable a long time ago. I don't remember what.
So what was it? So set it up for us. Is it like before they come in? Do they have like the teams? Is there like an announcer that comes over that like introduces each team before they get set up?
I've never been to any of these things.
Yeah, like there's a E-League reporter, and like when she walked in, everybody was like catcalling and stuff.
Oh, of course.
It was like pretty.
It wasn't like she was recognized, but she was a girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's sad.
I'm glad I'm not.
This is our industry, guys.
It's getting better.
It is.
It's definitely getting better.
Do they do like best of or
best of 3 maps?
Okay.
And like to start, like you can either ban a map or you can select a map.
Okay.
Was it all just dust?
No dust at all.
No dust. Oh, okay. I didn't realize. I thought I haven't been in the Counter-Strike since
That's like
high
the
school.
only one I've seen.
Everyone, it was always DE dust. We only ever played DE dust, and I'm just
there's
sort of like
DE dust too.
Yeah, I don't know any other maps.
And so it's only bomb sites, right?
Yeah, only bomb maps, and there's only a few maps in the rotation.
Okay. So no office.
No.
McDonald's.
I know office.
That's not like an official map.
McDonald's. No. we used to play the McDonald's map all the time. That was fun.
And Best Buy.
Best Buy, yeah, that's right. I forgot about Best Buy.
I remember in high school, some of my friends, when we were playing, we were working on making a map based on our school.
Oh, that's
looking
good.
back on it,
that
wouldn't have been a very good idea.
That's what Dylan and Klebold did. That's what the Columbine kids did.
Oh, yeah.
They
didn't even know that. This was before Bowling for Columbine and before everyone knew a lot of that shit.
Yeah, they built a map based on their school in Doom and practiced.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad we didn't go very far with
that. That wouldn't have been very good.
So it's like normal rules, like first round is pistol round.
Well, you can only afford to buy
pistol.
Right.
Right.
Oh.
Are there like weird? Do they have like weird strategies for like pistol round? Like all right, I'm gonna buy all the flash grenades, and you get dualies, and let's go. Or...
Yeah, I mean it's pretty competitive.
Really?
And, like lining up smokes, like you have to like look at objects in the map in order to like throw it over and block off a certain area.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, and they're like really good.
I should watch some of this shit because we played an ungodly amount of Counter-Strike back in the day. Do you still play?
Yeah, like all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
I only play Office though.
Office is the best map. And like CS:GO Office is different than Source Office, right?
It's just kind of like a reskin.
Okay. It's not bigger or anything. No. Okay.
It's pretty much the same.
Office is hands down the best map.
With the snowman.
With the snowman in the back. Yeah. Okay.
So, anything else to add for that?
The Danish team got sponsored by Audi, which is pretty
really?
deal.
Huh? Yeah, that is a big deal.
Did they win?
Yeah.
Okay. They're badass.
Yeah, I thought the other the Polish team that was competing with them in the final, they deserved to win.
They deserved it?
Yeah.
What happened?
It was just like, it was really close. It was like,
Okay.
they just made some, at the end, they just started sucking.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Does anybody use the giant machine gun?
No.
No.
It's so...
It's so scattershot and bullshit. Yeah. You always see that thing like, oh, that thing's huge, I should get it, and then the guy who's using it is always like, he's
like, guys, I got this.
You're like,
oh, there he goes again.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah, get the carbine.
We'll wait for your respawn.
So before we started recording, you also mentioned you've been playing the Pokemon Duel.
Yeah. Well, I just downloaded it today.
Okay, so have you played any rounds on it or anything?
Yeah.
How many have you got?
Oh, you got to play it?
Yeah. So I just only play like single player.
Sure.
Okay.
So basically the tutorials, right?
Yeah, and it's like other Pokemon games, like there's a whole like story and everything.
Okay.
Oh, really?
The story is so silly though.
But they're like game pieces though, right? Like, what's the story?
The story is like there's a championship, and the winner gets a giant crystal skyscraper.
What?
Like I'm right, right? Like that's, and it's like on the screen it shows this island of these little skyscrapers that are like just one is bigger than the next, and then the very last one is this crystal one that just goes up to the heavens, and it's like they're just like, and the winner gets the crystal tower, and it's like
what?
Is it full of Pokemon?
I don't know. Sure.
It's like those game pieces are Pokemon.
Well, I mean, but is this tower full of Pokemon that like you get
no,
to
it's like full of trainers.
Imagine the maintenance.
So you get to own these trainers that live in this crystal tower, or
so you get to go. You like just hand motion, don't say a word, and then the trainer will actually tell the Pokemon the same way. So
so you're selecting from a menu to tell the trainer
to select from a menu to tell the Pokemon.
No.
Inception.
Yeah. So
how do you play this?
Yeah.
So you want to get to the other person's middle piece. It's hard to explain.
Their territory, their home base.
Okay.
Is
it fun?
Like try to invade it?
I thought. Well, when I looked at like the pictures, like when it first came out in English, like I didn't download it, but then I downloaded it today, and it's kind of fun.
Okay.
It looks really complicated, but it's not.
How long do the games take?
Like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Single player.
Yeah.
Like I said, I did one multi. We talked. I think it was last episode. I talked about it. I played
you said it took like an hour or something.
It was about 25 minutes playing one round against someone on multiplayer.
Yeah.
It was combined with the fact that it's like the connection wasn't the fastest.
Oh yeah.
But it was also just the whole time we felt like we were at a stalemate. Like we were each just moving little things around, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I almost feel like the only reason I won that round is because the other person was just giving up.
Yeah.
Was they were just like, you know what, just take the spot so I can get out of this round. Are you? I mean, you're eager to jump back into it some more though.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just for like a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I mean at least someone's enjoying it.
Yeah, if you like it, I mean, if they can fix it, it's not the game for me. I don't have the patience for it.
Well, you gotta do something else other than Mario Run.
I haven't talked about that for a little bit.
I erased it this week.
So did I.
Really?
Yep.
It's still on my phone. I just haven't played it.
And replaced it with, and I guess Brian will do this with
your
talk, or what? Do we have
how many trophies are you up to now? What are you running at?
Clash?
Yeah.
Oh my. Me and Jeremy.
I just got a Inferno Dragon.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I can level up to level 2.
What do these Inferno Dragons do?
It shoots a laser out of its face. And the longer that it's shooting the laser, the damage will stack. And like to where it's just doing shitloads of damage unless you hit it with a zap or do something to it, yeah. John and I are in the same clan, so.
Clans.
Yeah. I saw you're requesting zaps. You're going after the zap. What level are your elite barbarians up to now?
10.
10. All right, that's not bad. It's not bad.
Jeremy,
mine are at 11.
Sitting here lost.
Fire Emblem Heroes came out this week.
That was yes.
Yeah. Who played it?
I have been playing it all day.
Yeah.
I've played maybe 4 or 5 rounds in it so far. Really liking it. It's easily the best mobile game that Nintendo has put out so far.
Yep.
It definitely fits in with the other mobile games very well.
Yes.
Better than a $10 side-scrolling auto-run platformer that
Controlled well.
Controlled well, but after playing this free-to-play game,
Yeah, and this is free.
I feel kind of jaded about Super Mario Run.
I do. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. So
I like it. I've been having fun with it.
I have been having a shit ton of fun.
It's kind of watered down for Fire Emblem, but
Yeah, but I mean, it still plays just like a fucking Fire Emblem game.
yeah.
It doesn't have the percentages though.
No, it doesn't have the percentages. No,
like
that's the only thing that I'm like, fuck. I wish they would miss. Because that
would be really helpful.
Other games, but other than that, that's really my only complaint. I don't really.
Yeah, no permadeath
about it.
I was lost at first because it threw you into the lobby area, and I was like, okay, what do I do? Is feeling kind of Puzzle and Dragons here. I'm not really quite sure what's going on.
Yeah, because I was at the same thing. I was like, am I supposed to select one of these people to start the story? I don't understand. Where am I supposed to go to play a game? And it was just like, okay, you got to go to battle at the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's where you select your levels and all that.
I took a minute and just looked at all the menus to figure it out first. That's what I did before I actually started getting into it.
No Facebook integration, no Twitter integration. You had to use friend codes.
Mm-hmm.
Your My Nintendo account didn't do shit other than giving you stuff. It didn't connect with anybody. Nintendo, fucking get your shit together. You have a month. Anyway.
It's just their online stuff. But if they're gonna have online for the Switch, then yes, they need to really get that to go. Yeah.
It's alright. Maybe it's their last hurrah for friend codes.
I don't think so.
No.
No, maybe
No,
it's just the farewell, guys.
Nah.
It's over. We made it.
Nah.
We'll talk some more about
Huzzah!
that later in the news. We've got some stuff to talk about in terms of Nintendo's online stuff that they have talked about.
That'll be later.
I can't wait.
Brian, have you played anything else? You said you hadn't played much.
I haven't played much. I could talk about Clash some more.
Is there anything newsworthy to talk about with Clash?
They released a new card.
No, there isn't.
Okay, it's not released yet. But yeah, no.
There isn't.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
You enjoy the game. That's all that matters, man.
It makes
you
makes my breaks go by faster.
It's just...
Although today I wasn't playing it really that much. I played a lot of Fire Emblem, so that was cool.
There you go.
But I'm really down. I'm really digging the Fire Emblem.
So in terms of 0 to 10, 10 being Clash, where is Fire Emblem for you?
I don't know yet.
Okay. Fair enough.
This is the first day that I've actually. I played it for a couple hours last night. Played it during my breaks today. So I don't know. I'm still seeing whether or not I want to keep going with it.
You haven't played through any Fire Emblem games, have you?
I played the first one that came to America until I got to mission 22.
That's
and I couldn't get through it without losing anyone, and so I just set it aside and never came back to it. But I was totally into it. I was digging it. I kept losing my Pegasus rider, and I saw in
That's
the promotional
one to lose.
Yeah, she's a weak little bitch. And in the promotional material, I saw that there were 3 of them. It's later in the game where they did this joined together and destroyed someone's face, and it looked amazing. And I was like, I need to save this bitch, but I have to level her up.
Are you talking about the first one, as in with
the Game Boy? Yeah, Lyn. Right. I'm really trying to get a Lyn.
I was going to ask that if you have any affinity for any characters from that you're aiming to get.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get Lyn on Fire Emblem Heroes.
With Lyn. Oh, on Heroes.
Yeah.
I like Anna on there. I mean, my wife's name's Anna, so there you go.
I really like Sharina. She's the Lance one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got one. There's one girl that I got from from the art style. It looks like it's from one of the older Fire
What's her
Emblem
name?
games. I don't remember.
Oh,
Sheena, maybe, I think.
Shira?
I don't know. She's a beast. She's a fucking tank. Like, she can only move one spot at a time. Axe. And
Axe.
It's like no one can do any damage on her. But it's like every single time someone tries to attack her, it does like 0 damage to her, and then she just takes her axe and just kills them. But she can only move one step at a time. So I just get everyone behind her and we're like, here we go.
Okay.
She's probably a knight.
Yeah.
Like
dude, knights are so awesome.
Yeah, she is a knight.
They have the least amount of movement space on all the Fire Emblem games.
Just destroy everything in front of them. They're so cool.
Well, they're just made for tanks, and then if you want them to destroy, and depending on which Fire Emblem game, you can make them a Grey Knight or a General. Generals are even tankier.
Yeah.
2 characters I'm holding out for.
I want Lucina.
I'm hoping to get is Tharja and whatever the farmer with the pot on his head.
Oh, Donald.
Donald, yes.
He is from Awakening.
Yes. I only know Awakening, so I'm only aiming for Awakening characters. It sucks that I don't have any Awakening characters right now.
I don't know. My cousin was giving me crap because she's a newer character and I love her more than older characters. And I'm like, bro, I know I like the older characters too, but I just have a particular liking to this character. I can't explain it.
She's a badass character.
I don't give two shits about Marth.
Yeah,
don't care.
I think Marth's overrated.
I've
always kind of felt that way.
I've always hated his character ever since Melee. I didn't think he was any fun to play.
I think Melee's what did.
John, what's your opinion on Marth?
I think Roy is better.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
I think so too.
Honestly, Roy's our boy.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Roy's our
Is Roy banned from tournament play?
I don't think any of them are banned right now.
In Melee?
Oh, Melee. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right now, the Wii U, I don't think anybody's really banned.
One of the tournaments I went to.
Because Cloud's number 1 right now on the tier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, one tournament I played in, some guy just wrecked everybody with Roy, and he was really cheap, and we all...
Sonic's number 4.
Oh, no.
All right, buddy.
Tyler, what have you been playing?
Well, as I said earlier, I've been breeding my life away on Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one... You got 2 different meanings for that.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Spreading my seeds, son. Skeet.
Here's the thing, though. It sucks. Because that's what you have. Well, you have to breed to have a competitive team.
You gotta get.
I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not a fucking cheater. But you gotta get those IVs.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get them IVs.
Okay, so IVs, for anyone that doesn't know, they're individual values.
Okay.
Oh, I had no idea that's what that was. I just thought, okay.
Letters. Each stat, HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. All those have a certain amount of IVs and go up to 31 each. And if they all have 31, then you have a perfect 6
IV
Pokemon.
The highest it could possibly be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that 31 IVs gives you like so many more points in that stat than it normally would if you didn't even have any IVs. So, and then there's EVs. They're called effort values, and those
and that's different from EV.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have to get those too, and you can get 500 and something of those points. But you have to spread them throughout your stats however you want.
I like Pikachu.
Competitive Pokemon is like
it's very in depth now.
Yeah.
And that's why I said it sucks right now, because you have a certain percentage of chance to get this IV Pokemon from breeding in your egg. I hatched 30 Staryu eggs and got 3 perfect IV Staryus. Hatched 70 Cubone. I don't have a single fucking perfect. It's just all fucking chance.
But do you really want a Cubone?
I thought about maybe. It's just kind of a
competitive Marowak.
Yeah, Alolan Marowak is competitive now. It's one of the best right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's a dark type.
It's Ghost and Fire.
Oh, good Ghost. Sorry, Marowak
is Fire type now.
Yeah. Lowland.
That didn't used to be. I thought it was
the regular Marowak is ground, just ground.
No, because it's got like, doesn't it have like a fire?
It's like the baton guys in Hawaii, flaming baton guys.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
I don't know flame dancers.
I wish listeners could have seen his little dance.
Yeah, I had a little.
It was quite jaunty.
I'll post a GIF sometime.
Well, good luck on your breeding.
Yeah, so I've been doing that. That's been going on about every fucking day this week. Overwatch. I always play Overwatch, so I just got back into Final Fantasy 14.
That's the online.
All right.
Yes, online. And because I found out a friend at work plays it, and he was looking for someone else to play with, I was like, I have it. I just haven't played it for a while, so I was like, I'll pay for a month.
How much is a month?
Depends on how you go, but like it's either 13 or 15. Like there's two different ways to go about it. You can go like a monthly,
so monthly to quarterly or yearly,
something like that. If you go like a certain way, then it's cheaper.
Okay.
I don't know, but yeah. So I did that. I haven't done much on it right now.
What's your character in that?
I made an archer.
Okay.
What's his name?
Is it a Moogle archer?
It's a girl.
Yeah.
And it's
girl.
A Makoti.
Makoti?
Do you guys know the Makotis?
Nope.
No.
They're the cat kind of things on
Hey man,
Final Fantasy.
I'm not gonna king shame you. So.
All right, buddy. Yeah.
And yeah, her name is Jeremy might like this. Luna Freya Knox.
Really?
Yeah. Got it. Got
right.
that name.
All right. Really?
Because,
no one had that name?
Well, I had to drop off the ET.
Oh, of course. You gotta change some of the letters up.
Yeah,
gotcha.
That's it though. But the only reason why I named her that is because I was playing a shit ton of 15 last weekend. I went from 10 hours into the game to 30.
Damn.
I'm on chapter 8 now.
Okay.
So I'm finally like getting up there in the story and everything. And I was telling my roommate, I'm actually enjoying it the more I play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh you're at the peak, and then it just drops off. Like everything seems so great, because you're still on whatever's the main.
I haven't went to Altissia yet.
You're not to the final chapter yet.
You get to Altissia.
I've seen Leviathan.
You get to Altissia, and then it's just like, wow, this is so great. And then it's just sort of like,
bye game.
I should just stop here.
They should have just stopped here.
When are they supposed to add that or like change the
March?
Okay.
What are they changing?
They're changing chapter 13.
They're adjusting chapter 13. That doesn't fix the stuff before chapter 13. That doesn't fix the stuff after chapter 13. That just fixes the balancing in chapter 13. I'm not giving anything away.
No, I just feel like I'm not going to like it now.
No one did. Here's the thing. I loved 15. But the last third of the game is horrible.
Okay.
But I can get past that. I'll still fucking rag on it every single day.
And you know, Game Informer, their dog on it was the car. It doesn't bother me that much. I like to listen to my music. I
don't
even fast travel.
Yeah.
I just let it go.
Let it go, mess on my phone like I would be doing on a road trip.
Yeah, exactly. And then if there's demons, okay, let's get out and fight them. All right, back to the road.
All right.
It doesn't bother me at all.
Well, it's not really a spoiler, but you know how you can upgrade stuff on the car?
Yeah.
Eventually you can upgrade it to where demons don't even mess with you.
Oh,
so
really?
you can just drive whenever you want, sort of thing.
Huh.
It makes it easier because it's like you get to a point where it's annoying having to deal with that.
I mean, it's already getting kind of annoying.
Yeah, you get
because it stops like every 5 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
No, it's not 5 minutes because it doesn't take 5 minutes to get anywhere. It's a lot sooner than 5 minutes. All right, but yeah, I've been playing those a lot. I've been in a Final Fantasy mood. I've been finally getting in the mood for video games. After being 13-3.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You were.
I was just in like limbo.
Yeah, haze.
Yeah, I'm just like, what do I do now?
And then
I killed God. Now what?
I killed God, and I didn't know what to do.
What else is there?
And then so the Xbox free games.
Right.
Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time was the free game this time, and me and my roommate tried it out, and we got our other roommate to join, and we had a blast.
How many people can play this game?
4.
Up to 4? That's why I have this. I got it for free during Black Friday. They had it where if you bought like a live card, it was like, you get a free game. All of them were that one, and I was just sort of like, okay, I'll do it. I've got it on my system, and I only have one Xbox controller though, so we just haven't played it.
It's a lot of fun, actually.
Well, that's what I heard.
I didn't expect it to be as fun as it was, but it's a it's almost like, it looks kind of like Geometry Wars almost kind of game, like you're moving and shooting, but you have this spaceship, and it's just this big round fucking spaceship, and you have a shield, 4 guns on each side.
Okay.
And then you have this bigger gun that is constantly just going around your ship, and it's just like, you can use it as a kind of like a danger. Oh shit, I need to get out of this situation. Let's use that gun. And then there's the booster to fly the ship.
Okay.
And there's controls for every single one of these things. So you can only control one thing at a time. So the more players you have, the easier it is, because you can have one person flying the ship, another person on the shield, another person gunning.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's actually really fun. And then you get these like power ups, and you can put there's 3 power ups. There's a power gem, and a metal gem, and a beam gem. And power gem, they all do something different on each thing that you can put them on. It like upgrades it in a certain way. Like you can put the beam gem on the booster for your ship, and it makes your booster a little bit better. But also, if you charge it, you can shoot out a beam of your booster.
Oh, cool. So like anything that's following behind you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I would say it would be really hard single player, but
yeah,
it's like a good co-op game.
It sounds like a lot more fun with more people. I want to try that.
I think me and the roommates are gonna play it tonight.
Oh yeah.
So
that's a good free game to put out there, because that's one that when it came out, a lot of the people that I follow were saying, "Oh, this is a great co-op game," but no one really was talking about it.
No, I know.
There's only the few people that did play it with other people were just like, "This is a really good game to play with friends." But it's not. But it's a couch co-op thing. Right?
Yes.
There's no online play or anything with it. Right? I don't think there is.
I don't know. I just know that there is.
The best way to play it is couch co-op.
Yeah, it like Diablo almost.
Yeah.
Though I wouldn't say that's the best way to play it.
Because a game like Overcooked is a similar thing.
There you
where
go.
It's
yeah,
like that one got a little bit more talk about. Like,
because people were playing that one, like streaming it on YouTube.
Streaming it. That was a big thing. It was big on Twitch. But yeah, that's a good free game to give out. Hopefully, a lot of people will check it out. And
it's a free game on Xbox Live right now.
Yeah.
So
Xbox One, Xbox Live.
Xbox One, Xbox Live.
Okay.
That means it'll be on there till the 15th.
I'll claim that in case I ever buy an Xbox One.
Oh. And for anybody that listens that likes the Pokemon, if you want a Beedrill, Megastone, or a Mawile, you have to join this competition coming up this month. So, I'm just saying, just throwing that out there.
All right.
I'm done with my game.
Okay.
I'll pass on the Beedrill.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm getting it.
All right.
I want my
I'm
Mega
not
Beedrill.
Man.
I love Mega Beedrill. He's cool.
Right on, man.
He's cool. Well, those are 2 that aren't in the game. They just decided not to put certain Megastones in the game.
Oh.
Oh well.
Well, sucks for Beedrill.
Yeah.
I've been playing some games.
Yes, Jeremy, tell us what you've been playing.
I got back into VR.
Ooh.
I played some Resident Evil 7 in VR. I'll save that for later. Knock out some of the other little games that I played. I played a game called Dext, which is...
It's about a gecko, voiced by Dana Gould, and he makes a bunch of dumb jokes.
Nope.
Are you talking about Gex?
Not at all.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about Gex.
Yeah.
Alright.
Dext, D-E-X-E-D.
Oh, X-E-D.
Dext.
Dext.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a, what do they call that? Is that a palindrome?
Oh, they call it a really hard word to say.
What's the word that you can put it backwards?
It is a palindrome.
Is it? Is that the word?
I think so.
We're going to go with that. It is an on-rails arcade shooter. Full disclosure, I was given a copy of this by the developers. Got to put that out there.
Because we fancy now.
Yeah, we fancy now. And
slowly but surely.
This is by Ninja Theory, this is their first VR game, and I think this actually came out on Vive and Oculus earlier, and it just now came to PSVR. That's what I played it on. And it plays a lot like your typical arcade on-rail shooter, like you would have, a light gun sort of game where it's moving through and you're shooting targets down. But you use... The way I used it was with the 2 move controllers. One controller was your fire controller. One was the ice controller. And then you had fire and ice enemies. Okay. And you could only take out fire enemies with ice, and you could only take out ice enemies with fire. So you have to... And it's so complicated.
So you're Twin Rova?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a reference that actually worked this time.
Yeah, you guys do what I was talking about.
Everybody likes Zelda, man.
Well, hell yeah.
But when you first start the game, it seems so complicated because it's like you have, your left hand's fire, your right hand's ice. Both of them have a block function. They also each can move, and then there's like a cancel if you lock on too many enemies that you didn't want to lock onto. And it's like, I was just first playing, I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be so complicated. But then you start a level off, and there's 4 or 5 levels, I think. They're all kind of like disjointed. There's just like, this is the jungle level, this is the underwater level, this is the lava level. And then there's like a boss at the end. There's only one boss battle at the end. You fight this weird giant squid, which is kind of creepy in VR. But it's really fun. You get in this groove of like, you're not even really thinking about it anymore. You're just like, here comes 4 ice enemies, lock on with a 4 with a fire here, and then before you let go of that, here comes some more with the other hand. I'm going to lock on these ones, let go at the same time, hit them all at once, get a huge combo going. It's also good, and I've been getting this a lot with the VR stuff because there aren't, the VR, apparently, PSVR has been selling well enough, according to Sony. But it's at that point where nearly every game that I play that has a leaderboard, I'm in the top. I'm like nice. Indexed, I'm either 4 or 5 of like all the levels.
Damn.
But I think it's just because not many people have played it right now. It's the same.
You did get a key.
Oh, I did. So it doesn't. They're not giving me bonus. They're not giving me a multiplier with that to make me feel better.
I just feel like they're not giving out that many. So.
No, this is a game that's out. You can go out and buy this right now, but it's only on VR. And that's what I'm saying is you have this small sliver of people that are playing it.
Okay.
So it's not the 20 million PlayStation 4 players, or what are they at now?
I don't know.
Oh, they said their best quarter ever.
But there's I don't even think there's a million PSVRs out there. I'm pretty sure it's like maybe 600,000 worldwide. So that's what I'm competing with.
Yeah.
But I mean, even in something like Super Hypercube, I'm ranked 30th, I think, on that. Which that one I'm proud of because Super Hypercube is fucking hard.
Otherwise known as Hole in the Wall.
Yeah, Hole in the Wall. Hole in the Wall VR. But that's a really good game. I actually have a video review up on our channel, on the YouTube channel, so you can go and check that out. I haven't done one of those in a little while. Feels good to get one of those out of there. Another VR game that I played, that I meant to talk about last week, but I didn't talk about it, was Fruit Ninja VR. Really fun. It's pretty much exactly like you would expect if you know Fruit Ninja.
Dual blades.
You have 2 blades. You have the 2 PlayStation Move controllers, and you basically you're in like sort of a dojo, and there's these pipes down on the ground in front of you, and you just hear it, boom, boom, and fruit is flying through the air.
So you can see where the fruit comes from.
Mm-hmm.
That's
next level
whoa.
stuff. Yeah,
that's like breaking the 4th wall type shit.
You're breaking the tablet,
breaking the game wall. Sorry. Shit.
But yeah, that one's really fun. it's typical for these VR games that, excuse me, there isn't a lot of depth to them. Mm-hmm. Even with Dex is really fun, but there's only like 3 modes of play. There's like just going through each level, then there's the arcade mode, and then there's a challenge mode of each level. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's it. It doesn't help that the trophy system doesn't work well with it. Trophies don't pop in VR. You don't even like, I think you can set it to where you hear a chime when there's one, but I don't have it on mine. So I don't even know if I got trophies on it.
They're just like afraid to like take you out of...
They're afraid to like put something on the screen, which I've had...
the magic.
Yeah, and I've had it. There is that issue with Resident Evil 7, which I'll go into in a minute. But Fruit Ninja VR, really fun, really simple, but exhausting too, because you're just standing there like
and you have to make that noise.
You do, and you got to like change your stance and everything, even though it doesn't read your legs at all. And they have one fruit that you can slice that's the frenzy one, and then these like 2 cannons appear on your left and right, just start launching fruit from all sides. So you're just like really fun game. If you have PSVR, it's one to definitely check out. But also, I have been playing Resident Evil 7. Dean was talking about it last week, and I had to pick it up.
Now we need your opinion.
It's so good. I'm a little bit further than where Dean was when he was talking about it last week. I played a bit in VR. I don't like the VR. It's not that it is intense.
What about it? Yeah.
Well, Resident Evil 7 is a good-looking game. It's a gross-looking game, but it is a good-looking game. Because I've got the PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
I've got a 4K TV, and playing it in 4K, I'm pretty sure that runs at 60 frames. It's gorgeous. Like, just walking through this house, as nasty as it looks, it's like, this looks like a real fucking house. And when you switch to VR mode, it just drops everything down.
It's the blur,
like, it looks
right?
it looks like a high-end 360 game.
Oh.
Like, it drops down that much. Like, the trees, you can just see, like, the single, like, 2D polygons that are just, like, stacked on top of each other. And it's, like, it just doesn't look very good.
So you can switch it between...
No, you can't just switch it in between.
Damn it, I missed it.
But you can basically, if you want to switch over to VR mode, you do have to save your game and back out.
Okay,
and like load it. It's not just. Yeah, I just didn't know if there's like a it goes to
like. I mean, it would be stupid, but like different discs.
No, so, it's not anything like that. What it does is it just lowers the quality down. Because
there's only so much that headset can do.
Yeah, and it does a few weird things. There's a blocking mechanic in it where when you just anytime you press L1 and your Ethan, the character you play as, will cross his arms in front of his face to block. In VR, that's weird. Because you just suddenly have these weird little arms right in front of your face that are just sort of floating.
That aren't your arms.
They aren't your arms. There's so many VR games that I don't like to play with a controller. Specifically because it just doesn't feel right.
It's not as fun.
I feel like they need to not use the controller in that. And
you can't. There's no joysticks on Move controllers. So you can't sort of like guide your character around.
I've never used a Move controller.
Yet, I still think that they need to put out a new PS Move controller.
Yeah.
They're working on it.
But there are times where the VR is really cool. That you really do feel like you're walking through a house. Like, the best times to use the VR is after you've sort of cleared out an area of enemies where you don't have to worry about fighting anything and you just want to walk through the house in VR. That's cool because you don't have to worry about frantically blocking and moving around real quick and all that because it doesn't work there. But the game itself is so good.
So this is is it far off from saying that it's like House of a Thousand Corpses, the game?
It's similar to that because you're dealing with sort of the cannibal family.
More
like Texas Chainsaw.
Okay.
Not the character. Well, I don't know. Maybe the characters are a little more eccentric. Yeah, maybe. It's in between Texas Chainsaw and House of a Thousand Corpses.
Okay.
In terms of the characters that you're dealing with, the family you're dealing with. They're not nearly as crazy as Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
But they're not nearly as scary as Leatherface.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sort of in between there.
Come on, Jack.
Cat.
All right.
I love how we can hear those on all the podcasts.
He played RE7, so he wants to talk about it.
Oh, okay. There's some things that Dean didn't talk about. I don't know. Maybe he and I just have different perspectives on it. I don't think the game is the scariest game I've played. It's got amazing atmosphere. One of the best quote unquote horror games that I've ever played. But I think a game like Amnesia is scarier because you don't have weapons in Amnesia. When I'm walking around with a shotgun, waiting around the corner, I know there's going to be a monster somewhere, but as soon as it shows its face, I'm going to blow it off.
Yeah.
Or that doesn't feel nearly as scary. Blow it off.
Blow it all off?
What are you selling?
But
what are you buying?
One of the best things about this game are the doors. The doors. Because you'll be in a room and you have to manually open
like the
every
band
door.
is in there?
No, not the...
Okay.
I'm not going to get it. I'm not a Doors fan.
I mean, people are strange, man.
But every room that you're in, you have to open up the doors yourselves. And it's a 2-button press. The first button, when you press it, will just crack it open a little bit. So if you want, you can crack it open a little bit and try to look through to see if there's anything on the other side. Do it again to swing it all the way, or you can press it once.
Or,
Kick
it down.
You can do it. You can make it feel like you're kicking down doors, or you can just be running at something and like do that. But there are times you don't know what's on the other side of that door.
Yeah.
And there's times where you're just like, okay, even when I have my shotgun, I'll come to a door and I'll just be like, I'll have to sit there and just be like, all right. And my wife was watching me play. She wanted to try playing it. She did a little bit in VR. She got scared at the first corpse that she saw, so she jumped out of it. She was watching me play, and I was coming up to a boss, and I was just sort of like, okay, are you ready? And she was like, yeah. So I'm sitting there, and I'm getting my stuff ready, and I stop. And she'll listen to me, like, breathe when I'm playing games sometimes, because you can... When you get really into a game, you know, for me, you can like hear it in my breath, like the way I'm breathing and all that. And she heard me do that, or before I went into the thing, I just did a big sigh. I was just like, all right. And she was just like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I just gotta psych myself up.
Yeah.
And because I knew as soon as I was gonna go in there, and then there was like crazy woman. She's like, "How are you doing?" And then my wife almost like ripped my chest hair off of my chest. Because she wasn't even like, she just had her arm around me, and then that happened, and it was just, I was like, ah!
It's a scripted moment.
But the game has great atmosphere. I always play with my headphones on, even when no one else is home. I want it with my headphones on.
That's how I would, yeah.
Because it does. Have you ever been in an old house?
Yeah.
And you just hear creaking.
Throughout
the old house. And you're just like, you know you're the only one there. And it's just like, but you're still just like, okay, that creak sounded a little bit different.
Yeah.
And you're in this house and you just hear that constantly. And you hear doors close somewhere. And you're just like, what the hell was that? And it's like you don't know what's waiting around the corner.
That would scare the shit out of me.
That's really cool.
It feels like Resident Evil 1 in first person.
Do you have to shut all the doors behind you?
If you're running from something, that's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So far...
I always do that in any game that is like a horror game where I have the option to shut doors behind me because I want to hear something walk in the room.
Right. There are certain enemies that I've seen glitch out if you close a door.
Huh.
It's just they're weird about doors.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just one of the few flaws this game has. It's so good. But that's all I got.
Yeah, those cats.
Okay.
You guys want to take a quick break?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right, we're going to take a break, and when we get back, we're going to talk about the news. And we are back to talk about some news.
News.
It's that big of a deal. One I just added on here, get it out of the way real quick. Just got talked about earlier today. PS4 Pros are getting a new firmware update that will add a thing called Boost Mode.
Sponsored by
like
Marshawn.
An overclocking thing?
It's basically that.
Okay.
Sponsored by Marshawn Lynch.
Marshmallow.
Okay.
You had a good run going earlier.
I was 1 for 1.
Now you're on my street.
Yeah,
I forgot.
That's
right. I am just another video game podcast resident sports editor.
Yeah, so you make sports reference that isn't 90s basketball. I'll have no idea what you're talking about.
NBA Jam.
Horace Grant mode.
But
what it just gives you like really weird techno goggles to wear.
Yes.
They're jarring goggles.
Yeah. So that's Dennis Rodman mode.
The boost mode, apparently what it does is it helps PS4 games that the developers haven't made a pro mode for, because when the Pro came out, there were all these games that said, okay, we're boosting things up to, we're adding 4K textures to the game, we're increasing the frame rate, we're doing all these little things for it that you can do with that extra power. But there were a lot of games that you would play on there and you wouldn't see any difference. With this boost mode that you can toggle on and off, that apparently with it on, it will take games that don't have like a locked frame rate or certain things like that, it will help them out.
Okay.
That what they're saying is that Just Cause 3 had a lot of frame rate issues when it launched on PS4. Even with the patches that they put out for it, that apparently with this boost mode update, it actually runs really well.
Okay.
Some other games were... they even said with Bloodborne, there's a little bit of a boost. It doesn't get it up to 60, so that's not enough for me to go back into Bloodborne.
Yeah.
There were a few other games that
that's all I really cared about when they...
It doesn't play at 60?
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, there's a lot going on in that game.
Yeah.
That's all I really cared about when they started announcing these like 0.5 updates was, well, is it going to lock in the frame rate on some of these games that bit off more than they could chew?
Right, because
and we didn't really hear much about that like at all at the beginning. So
yeah, because when we even talked about that after the announcement, and my whole thing was like, it's like I would at the time I was just like, I don't think I'm going to get a Pro.
Yeah.
But if anyone that
I was
knows
all
me
set
knows
to get one too, and then nope.
Yeah, anyone that knows me knows not to believe me when I say I'm not going to buy some video game thing. But yeah, there were a few other games that they said with that were affected with that like the Mad Max game apparently runs better. What are some other games? That's basically
Shadow of Mordor.
Well, Shadow of Mordor got a pro patch.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one, which was one of the weirdest ones to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They showed that at the
still
event.
Shadow of Mordor?
I would if I had it.
We have it.
That game's pretty
Come
cool.
over to play it sometime.
Yeah, Shadow of Mordor is really good.
Donnie has it.
Yeah. That Nemesis mode is really awesome. I was
I've only played
surprised
it a little bit.
I was surprised that did not make it into more games. That more people didn't steal that.
I mean, it's a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
The Nemesis mode is really cool.
Yeah.
I think I said that before too. I was like, I thought after seeing the Nemesis mode that this would be one of those things like in the Batman Arkham games, how every action game took that fighting system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought the Nemesis mode was going to be that.
Shadow of Mordor took that fighting system.
Yeah, they have the fighting system there too. Another game apparently is The Evil Within, which is one that I've been meaning to play. That
My
I guess
mom
with
likes
the
that game.
boost. Your mom?
Yeah, my mom plays Xbox.
Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome.
Cool.
She likes Halo and the Resident Evils and all the horror games. She's played every single Walking Dead game.
Our mom
she
plays
loves
Super
Alan
Nintendo.
Wake. My mom's played through Alan Wake like 10 times.
Really?
Yeah.
She really liked that Twilight Zone ripoff. Is that what it is?
I love
Keeps
that game
back?
too.
Yeah.
I played through it and through DLC even. So.
Yeah, our mom plays Super Nintendo.
Apparently, Witcher 3 also is affected by this too. That it gets a little boost, which that's.
I got rid of my Witcher 3.
a lot going on in that game too.
Yeah, there's too much for me to...
So this is just stuff that it's like a NeoGAF thread has been testing it. There's like a beta that Sony's been sending out invites to select people to get the firmware update. So we're going to be hearing more and more about this going on. I just thought it was cool. I'm actually really excited to hear about some games
that is cool. Actually,
might get a little boost on there. That's what I wanted. I wanted every single game to be slightly better
and locked in,
or really better. Getting locked frame rates on every game.
That's what they should be doing with this thing.
Yeah. Well, I've had a problem with how quickly games have moved. In that we expect games to look a certain way, but we haven't gotten affordable hardware to match that yet. Where we expect games need to look this good. They need to look like Uncharted 4. Every single game has to look like Uncharted 4, but every game can't run like Uncharted 4. I would rather have smoother games that still... I would rather if we were still playing 360 PS3 games, but they were just like good perfect. Games. No stuttering or anything like that. Yeah. I hate stuttering.
Yeah. I know, I do too. I'm the same way. It could look awesome as shit, but if it's a bad game...
Next on the news list, Zenimax has been awarded $500 million from Oculus, from Facebook.
Yeah. You hear about this, John?
Do you know about the whole Oculus Rift VR thing?
I know they're like kind of merged with Facebook.
Facebook bought them, basically.
Yeah.
And then they stole away a bunch of their talent. From Zenimax owns Bethesda and id, and they took the
ID. Yeah,
they took the rare.
I called it ID for so long, and then I started hearing at some conferences recently because id has come back into the spotlight again, and everyone it was just like id Games. I was like, oh okay, I thought it was ID, but id.
Yeah, I thought it was ID.
id Software. Yeah. Yeah, they stole some talent from them, but it was more before that. Palmer Luckey was trying to pick John Carmack's brain.
Yeah, so really what it looks like it came down to is that John Carmack is founder of id Games. He was one of the co-creators of Doom, legend when it comes to first-person games.
Legend when it comes to building engines.
Yeah, building engines.
He just sits in his office all day and builds amazing looking engines.
Yeah, really smart guy. What it really looked like it came down to was they alleged that they stole code after they left Zenimax, after Carmack left Zenimax, because Luckey was never involved with Zenimax.
No,
I believe
he was just talking to Carmack while Carmack was still there.
Yeah. And Zenimax alleged that Carmack stole code that affected what they built with Oculus. And Carmack admitted to stealing code for the Rage engine, which had nothing to do with Oculus. So he was in trouble for stealing code from his
So this is just a Facebook thing.
He took his source code.
No, what I mean is it's like... It's in their mind, like the Facebook shit. It's just like a trend.
I don't know what you mean.
Like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
No, this is the thing is, Facebook is so big. Zenimax is a private company. They're small potatoes compared to Facebook. This really was that they found evidence of John Carmack going on to his work computer because he spends a lot of time making engines. He was very proud. The Rage engine was a really good engine,
and he's also been the fucking lawnmower man for 20 years. He's been really, really, really involved in getting VR to where it is now.
Okay,
but just not making a VR headset. He's just been fixing all the problems.
But Zenimax found evidence on one of their work computers of him going on there and Googling how to wipe a hard drive.
After they were served.
Yeah,
like the day that they got served with the paperwork that they were being sued, they had some like computer forensics person find that he wiped his hard drive and also Google search for how to wipe your hard drive, which just seems like really?
It's so funny because he's such a genius when it comes to very specific things involving computers.
Yeah. But then, you don't know how to wipe a hard drive.
Yeah.
Wipe your hard drive, you put it in the oven.
Well, but it's like you could be a genius at computers and then you open up Microsoft Excel and you're just sort of like, formulas.
How do is that a column or a row?
It was also funny, Zenimax was alleging that, I like this the most only because of the shit that has happened last year involving Palmer Luckey, is they allege that Palmer Luckey is not smart enough to have created the Oculus tech that like he claimed to have created for it.
He himself said he dabbled in engineering.
Yeah. And he just seems like the kind of guy that would just take someone else's idea and run with it.
We're done with Palmer Luckey, right? Like,
see, that's what I don't.
This is it.
Did I make a guess that Palmer Luckey would be like gone from Oculus? I think I did that in a prediction.
Yeah,
2017 predictions or something like that.
We're not gonna see him anymore.
It's crazy because and then the way it ended up is that of this $500 million, basically half of it Oculus has to pay, the other half Facebook will take care of. That's not a huge deal for them. That is nothing like for them.
Right.
Exactly. But I guess $50 million of that has to come from Palmer Luckey because, and this makes sense.
And then 150 comes from recently departed CEO of Oculus, Brandon Uribe.
Yep. But they broke that down, basically saying this is what they have made from the success that they claim that they got from stealing their code. Mm-hmm. So that kind of makes sense. What was it that they were initially asking for?
$2 billion?
$4 billion.
$4 billion.
It was $2 billion for like something.
No, wait, the lawyer said,
the lawyer was like, we should have had $6 billion. And
well, they were going up against Facebook.
I mean, he's got a
so
giant,
that's the reason why.
Just the giant chub in his pants. Like, I just want to get all the money we can.
Right.
It's $6 billion.
Well, it's probably when they realized, oh man, we actually have a case here.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's get as much as we possibly can
from Facebook.
I did hear, like, apparently when they were like figuring out the what's the term, the sentence or the judgment for it, that I guess Carmack and Luckey both thought that they were going to be fine. And Luckey was being kind of smug about it, and then the jury found them guilty, and then it was basically Zenimax just being like, "All right, well, we're good," and then just sort of like walked out. So yeah, I do wonder what kind of effect this is going to have on Oculus.
They're still deciding whether or not they want to put a cease on Oculus selling headsets for the foreseeable future until they can prove that they have removed whatever they took from
all
Rage.
So the VR landscape is interesting right now because you really only have 3 players. Mm-hmm. You have Vive, and that's Steam's, that's HTC.
Yeah.
It really is Steam.
It's the Wild West of VR.
That is the...
anything goes, pretty much.
Yeah, that is basically the high-end one. Although...
I really like it.
With Oculus's recent touch controllers, they're basically the same price now. Mm-hmm. But Vive still... From everything I've heard, Vive is still the best one that you can buy right now. Then you have Oculus, which is the middle one, although it is just barely under Vive. And then at the bottom of quality, you have the PSVR, but the PSVR is the highest selling. Too. No, it's the best selling VR.
It's the best selling.
It's the most curated.
Yeah.
Library.
More people have PSVRs than Vive or Oculus. Not saying combined. I don't know the exact numbers on that.
It's accessible.
It's accessible.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, it's just cheaper. It's easier to use in a room. But I do wonder what effect this is going to have. We already had issues last year with the whole political fucking crazy thing that happened with Lucky, finding out that he was funding some basically trolls.
And lying about it. Hey, there's... If you want to make shitpost memes, you don't have to pay people to do that. People will just do that.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did that and then lied about it.
And in the game scene,
I make memes every day at work, so
yeah.
No one's giving me $20,000.
Not yet.
Well,
you haven't made that. You haven't made that golden meme yet.
No, I guess not.
Well, might want to reach out to him.
Yeah. Hey, Palmer. Barefooted bastard, give me some money.
I'll make you a meme.
Hell yeah.
In the video game landscape, specifically the indie gaming landscape, the higher quality indie devs are all very liberal. That's just pretty much how it is.
Artists are liberal.
Are liberal, and these indie developers that would make VR games that are worth anything tend to be more left-leaning.
Are they not showing up on Oculus now?
In the last year, there were a few developers that pulled out. Super Hypercube is not coming to the Oculus.
But that was like when this first broke. Like, are there other people that have since said?
I don't think that it's something we're
they
way
swept it
past
under the rug pretty well.
They did do that, but I think there's plenty of developers out there that are going to be just like, they're not even going to bring any attention to it. They're not going to be like, we are not bringing ours to Oculus. It's just going to be like, we are available on PSVR and Vive. And that's all they're going to say.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be a trend. I think that they have so much opportunity with Facebook behind them to make VR amazing. To make VR available for so many people.
They're the ones that are thinking about it in an interesting way. Everything Oculus has shown is like, we have like games and stuff. Here's some of our really cool games, but the touch controllers, the way they went about that is they're designed well, designed smartly. It's a platform. I think I said it before when we talked about it. They're thinking about it as a platform and not a device.
Right.
And I really hope this doesn't fuck them up, because I wanted to see where they're going to take it.
Yeah. And I worry that if it does fuck them up, that it's going to fuck up the rest of VR. That VR isn't going to be the starting point that we thought it was going to be. Although we can say that every time VR has been introduced.
Yeah.
It's always been like, this is where it's going to start, and then it just falls, and it seems like we're just going through that cycle. And I just feel bad because I just spent like $500 on a VR and dropped like another $300 on different games. I want more games. I want good games. I want this to be a good purchase.
Yeah. Which, speaking of, Nintendo.
We can go ahead and let's talk about some. Let's.
Are you gonna get a
Switch?
A VR headset, John?
I just think it's fun to do for 5 minutes, and then you kind of get sick of it.
What VR have you played?
Just Google Cardboard.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Google Cardboard isn't.
I played
isn't
the Oculus Rift, the first version at Minecon 2011.
Oh, okay.
What did you play on that?
Just Minecraft.
Oh, right. I mean, what else would it be?
I don't know how far it's advanced, because that was 5 years ago.
Considerably.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's
it's
really cool.
I've used the PSVR at your place, and then I've used the Vive several times at my friend's place.
I mean, there's nothing like gunning down.
Really like that.
Like gunning someone down while you're drinking a soda, a virtual soda, and just
Oh god, I forgot you were doing that. Yeah. In the heist game.
The heist game was crazy. I
didn't like it.
It's so you have to play VR before you because you can't explain it to someone and not just playing Minecraft like you can't explain why using Move controllers or touch controllers or whatever
giving you a tangible way to interact with the game like you get even with the base PS4 Move controllers changes everything.
It's so much more fun.
You
have to play Job Simulator. Like, you have to find a way to play Job Simulator.
I think about it as everywhere's my screen.
Yeah.
And that it just makes me feel much more into the game.
You don't think that you're looking at a screen
in front of you. And that's why I
feel like you're peering into another world.
That's what I like, because it's not like say glasses, for instance. You're obviously going to see out past the lens too, not just through the lens.
But everyday use, you focus in through through the lens. You don't think about that. It's the same way how you don't think about you always see your nose.
Yeah.
You can never, anytime you're looking at anything, your nose, you can always see it, but
it just kind of blurs out.
When you're not thinking about it, you don't even notice it. It's a similar thing
with the VR, though, you don't even really need to think about it at all.
I can't stop looking at my nose now.
It is a little weird when you drop something behind you in Job Simulator, and then you go to pick it up, and there's a couch there.
Yeah.
Feeling,
or whenever I have a dog run past me.
Yeah.
When I'm playing around.
I think that was how my Job Simulator experience ended, was the claim check I had to give to send him away.
My leg.
Your leg? Oh, I think you're talking about one of the cats.
My leg's asleep.
Okay. It's alright.
It feels so weird.
But yeah, if you ever get a chance to try modern VR, as it were,
I would.
Definitely
give
it a chance.
It's so good.
And try to do it if you can have some kind of controllers. Controllers plural, not just a gamepad, something like some motion controllers.
Yeah. I like the Vive controllers.
I haven't played them. The only ones I've played are the PSVR ones.
It's kind of like the Steam controllers, got the pads.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like that.
Sure. Okay, but now let's officially switch. That was terrible. Over to talk about some Nintendo stuff. We'll jump into the VR thing. Nintendo says that they are still looking into VR use for the Switch.
They're looking into the screen. And
there's no way that you're going to use the Switch that is coming out in a month.
No.
For VR. It is a
720 screen. Joy-Cons. That's what they do.
No, they're going to have to update that screen.
Hey, it's 1080 if you plug it in.
The PSVR is a 1080p screen, and that barely cuts it. A 720p screen is not going to work for VR. You're just going to see all the pixel lines.
Well, would you use that screen though for the VR?
That's what everyone's saying. That was the patent they had, was to take the VR and to slide it into a mount on your face. Yeah, just like they do with the phones. It's not.
So what? Since it's a really big screen, what they're going to do is they're going to smush all the pixels together and then make it a much higher resolution picture.
I guess you could maybe say that. It's not going to work.
No.
With the things that are going right now, I don't even think that they're going to step into VR with it.
I feel like they won't, because I just...
That's
all
what
the other
saying.
VR so far ahead now, right?
It's ahead, but it's kind of tripping over itself right now. That's what I'm saying.
Step into a market that doesn't even know, really.
Yeah, it's not a good market to go into. No one's going crazy for VR. Well, the people that have the money to spend on higher end stuff like that are crazy about VR. Your average consumer is not crazy about VR.
Yeah.
See, what they're basically saying is that they're looking into it means they're just watching it. They're making sure, like, hey, if this actually starts to take off, then we'll do something, and we'll do it in a way that no one else thought to do it because we're Nintendo, and that's just, we surprise the industry.
And they said the same thing like a year ago.
Yeah.
It's not really anything. I don't believe we're going to see in VR.
I'd like to see them do that, because I'm sure they have some crazy fucking ideas. Because that's just the way they roll.
No, Nintendo doing quality VR sounds amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's not for that's not for like 2 or 3 years, if they even decide to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got a couple more announcements of games coming to the Switch. We have Snake Pass, which is one I've been excited for a while.
Cool. Yeah. That looks really cool.
It looks like a what do they call it? A mascot platformer.
Yeah.
But you play as a snake.
It's very 90s.
And as a snake, you have to slither around things. Like, you can't jump.
No.
But you can, coil yourself around objects to climb different things. Looks really cute. I don't know if you guys knew. I didn't tell you this. The snake's name is Noodle.
Noodle. Oh.
That reminds me of gorillas.
Is that one of
Same.
That's one of the characters.
With the big one?
No, it's
Noodle's
the little
the
girl one.
Okay.
Yeah, with the guitar.
Oh, gorillas.
Hey.
Noodle.
The other game, did it autocorrect?
Tumbleseed?
Okay, it looked like Tumblest on mine.
Tumblest.
I guess it is Tumbleseed.
The new game.
Tumblest.
I'm drunk.
No, it's Tumbleseed. Another weird little indie game, very colorful, artsy looking game where you.
It's not like not Patapon, but what's the other one?
Loco Roco.
Yeah, it kind of like a Loco Roco
I can see that
style to it.
You control basically a little board,
then tilt it,
that moves vertically up on a screen, and you're trying to manipulate a little seed rolling around on it and avoiding holes in the walls and enemies that might come.
By tilting it horizontally.
You think you're...
Yeah, you tilt it vertically, but you make it move horizontally.
Yeah.
You tilt the things up and down.
Yeah.
Each side up and down.
Yeah.
Which causes the thing to move left and right. Yes.
Hey.
Good looking games.
Did it...
Yeah. No, it looks like fun.
From the trailer, did it look like you control each side independently, or do you think you're
I think
tilting?
That's what it is. I think that's what it is.
Alright, so one control stick on one side, one control stick on the other side.
Yeah, I don't think it's a motion game.
Yeah, no.
The way it moved, it didn't look...
Because that's coming to other systems, right?
Yes.
So unless you're going to dig out your 6-axis controller, then that wouldn't work.
Yeah, this is an emotion... It doesn't look like a motion-controlled game.
No, it didn't look like it.
I don't think so.
You do realize that the DualShocks for the PS4 are motion-controlled, right?
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You playing Resident Evil?
Because we play
like this.
Yeah, and we played that. What's that game called?
Killzone.
With Joust, where.
Johann Sebastian Joust.
Oh,
Johann Sebastian Joust. Yeah. That game is dumb as hell, and we'll play that if I ever go over to my mom's house.
I've got that on my account. I've just never downloaded it.
It's dumb.
Sports Friends.
I've got that. It's dumb, but it's kind of fun. That's the one. There's one game where you have to hold the controller, and it's you each hold a controller and you try and shake the other person without moving your controller.
Right.
And yeah, somehow we end up playing that game for a solid hour.
That could be a 1-2 switch game.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, got to do it every single time.
If anybody buys a 1-2 switch, since it's not packed.
Yeah. I still haven't decided whether
I still haven't decided if I'm going to buy it.
1-2 switch, yeah.
I'm getting it, so I'll bring it over.
Okay.
We'll play.
I love the idea. I can just I'll be able to bring my whole Switch over. You'll have to
just set it in my dock.
Put it in the dock.
Just bring over
it's gonna be so great.
That's gonna be fun as fuck.
A game that it was questioned whether it was going to come to the Switch, but it was clearly had to. It was Yooka-Laylee. It was originally going to have a Wii U version, which that game comes out in a couple months. It's really soon.
Yeah, that's right.
And
speaking of 90s character
month from today, Switch.
Yeah, we're looking at how many days? 27 days.
27
days. That's going to be an interesting podcast.
Oh boy.
We're all just going to be staring at him look at this. Oh, wow, I saw it too. But Yooka-Laylee, Playtonic has said that it may not get a physical release on Switch.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
And I found this interesting because we're using cartridges, cards. Clearly, those are going to be more expensive to manufacture. And Playtonic is looking at it saying, look, we can easily manufacture, 1 million discs, but we're not going to be able to manufacture...
game?
Well, I mean, I would assume, but they're not making a 3DS game.
Yeah, but I mean, whenever I showed the trailer, it looked like you push it in like the 3DS.
Yeah, no, the cartridges are they're a little bit taller than 3DS.
Yeah, they did look taller.
But when you talk about the 3DS has an install base of 50 million, something like that.
I don't know.
This is the second time this episode I've tried to put numbers out there that are probably totally wrong. But
I fucking hate numbers, man. There's like there's too many of them.
Yeah, man, just calm down. Seriously. But
over 9,000.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
What I'm saying is 3DS really well-selling system that putting a game out on there makes sense. That the cost for manufacturing the game cards for the 3DS, while more expensive than manufacturing for CDs, is going to be made up with the fact that it's going to sell more on there than you would sell on, say, Xbox One.
Yeah.
They don't have that guarantee with the Switch. I think that what we'll get is we'll get a digital launch for it, and if it sells enough, we'll later get a limited physical release. We've been seeing a lot of those kind of things come about.
Yeah.
Rez was one.
It happened with Life is Strange too, didn't it? Or they just
waited until... They did one, but that was like after it was all done, and then it had like a bunch of special stuff with it.
And then Minecraft. They did it with Minecraft.
Story mode.
They did it with regular Minecraft too.
But Minecraft is popular enough, I would argue that wasn't going to make a difference. That they didn't have to think, well, are we going to be able to afford to manufacture? It's Minecraft. They're just sort of like flipping a switch. Yep, we have Minecraft on everything. Might as well put it on a disc now. So I think we're going to see that a lot.
They have Minecraft on Dreamcast now?
What?
Yes. Someone figured out a way to put Minecraft on Dreamcast.
I'm sure it could actually.
And it's it's kind of like it's not complete, but it's there.
Huh.
Someone did that.
Huh.
You
should tell Dean.
Is it to the point where you can literally just because you can easily burn any Dreamcast game on a CD?
I'm sure, yeah.
If you could just do that. I'm looking at a Dreamcast right now.
Yep.
That'd be pretty cool to try out.
I used to try to burn PlayStation games back in the day.
I mean, I'm sure there's even a way to...
there is a way to do it.
No, I mean, I'm sure there's even a way to get Minecraft on Dreamcast onto a server somewhere. Because if you can still play Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast, then you could probably do it with Minecraft.
So the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry. We also heard some things about its online. Finally. As soon as they announced online, everyone's just tell us more. We need to know. What are you doing? Come on. You're going to charge? What are you charging?
You're going to have to wait.
So...
rumored to be, right?
The price... Well, this isn't...
Is it confirmed?
It's been confirmed. Okay. This is coming from the president's mouth.
Oh. Cool.
It's been Kimishima. A price range has been confirmed.
Yeah, and it makes sense for price ranges because you get that for everything else.
Yeah,
it costs more if you pay by the month compared to if you drop down a whole lump sum for a year.
Yeah,
and the price range that they gave us, translated to U.S. currency, is between $17 and $26, which is basically half of what you would pay for Xbox One, PS4.
And
online subscription.
Is that for the whole year?
Yeah,
that's for the whole year. That's annually.
That's
good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm totally down.
I am totally down for that because that's exactly how they run Pokemon Bank.
Yeah, it's $5 a year. Yeah,
and I mean I understand paying for something for your virtual stuff, but
it makes the fact that what they've said with how they're going to do their free games that you have to give for every online service now. A little easier to swallow in terms of that. Okay, we're paying half of what it is. Yeah, and I've got some ideas of how that could actually be really cool. Especially if they're because I don't know if you've heard, but what they've said is that with this online subscription, they will have it that each month you get a free virtual console game from either NES or the SNES.
But I feel like we already have those already, on Wii U. We don't need 5 copies on 5 different consoles.
Yeah.
Right. But what it'll be is that you can only get that. You can only have that game for that month, and then they take it away from you unless you buy the full game.
But they're adding online play
to the Super Nintendo ones.
What?
Yeah.
NBA Jam.
So maybe if they had NBA Jam one month,
Now, it could be really cool if they have leaderboards, online leaderboards that they had with that.
But I was really scared that was all it was going to be. And they
I'm sure
kind of said that with this announcement, they said that it is actual online play.
Sure.
Okay.
With friends.
Well, no, actually, this new announcement, they didn't really say much more about the online thing.
All right.
But all they've really said is that they will add online functionality to Super Nintendo games, which could be really cool, where they make a big event, like they did with Year of Luigi, which was, what, a year and 3/4 long?
Don't talk about Year of Luigi.
But no, just the idea that they were just basically promoting a single thing.
Yeah. It didn't work out well.
Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon was so good.
It was good. The
New Super Luigi U was so good.
It was like Sonic, but with Mario. It was crazy. I like how they
Mr. Luigi over here doesn't like to talk about Year of Luigi.
I think they didn't do enough. They didn't do enough. That's why I said.
I'll tell you what they didn't do enough for.
What?
The year of what?
Here's one.
Metroid? Yeah.
Metroid's anniversaries.
They haven't done enough Metroid. Give us AM2R, goddammit.
But some cool things that they could do with the online thing is that they say, like, for this month, we're focusing on this classic game. We're focusing on Kid Icarus as an example.
2-player Kung Fu.
2-player Kung Fu, something like that.
Urban Champion.
Balloon Fight.
Where you do the... Yeah.
What? You don't want like four people flying around in balloon fight, popping each other's balloons?
I love balloon fight.
That would kick ass.
But it's not a very good game.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Fun.
Stop it.
It's not a very good
Ice Climber.
I love the song. Okay, I love the music. But the...
We got our human soundtrack here.
All right.
No, okay, we'll use that as an example. But they go and push that, and it's like, they do the Nintendo Minute. Like, every week, there's two people that do the Nintendo Minute on their YouTube channel.
Callie and
just
Marie.
sort of no, well, it's not Callie and Marie.
Okay.
It's a guy and a girl. Human people.
Yes.
Where they basically just talk about some Nintendo stuff, and they could do that where it's like, we're focusing on this. We're going to spotlight these usernames that have been doing so well on that, and do a big focus on that. That could be really cool.
Yeah.
And then
Xbox does that.
Change my profile picture to a big hairy dick.
Just rock hard.
Xbox will have gamertag spotlights and stuff.
Yeah, they do stuff like that with Major Nelson does stuff where he talks about the games that are going on and talks about doesn't he do like highlights and stuff like that.
I think Destiny does their own too, just for the Destiny game.
That sounds like a Bungie thing.
Yeah.
But then they could also have it that if you are participating in it, that at the end of it, they'll say, or throughout that month, they're just like, you're getting it for free, but since you're in the subscription, for $1.99, you can get this game, or 99 cents for this month, you can go and add that game to that. Because they did, with the Wii U launch, they had an anniversary thing where they had like, I don't know, like 10 virtual console games that you get for like 30 cents each.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they were doing this thing. I bought like every single one of them. I don't think I've ever played any of them, but I bought like every single one, and apparently they sold a bunch of those. And it makes sense. You buy a ROM. Like, why am I paying $10 for this? I mean, I love playing Earthbound on my 3DS right now. Why did I pay $10 for that?
You could pay nothing to play it the same way.
I had to pay something for it. I don't feel right doing that stuff.
I don't either. That's why I buy the Nintendo games.
Well, and then of course there's I think we talked about this too, the infamous Earthbound ROM that fucks you over for
right.
There's something built into the code.
They do it where there's two ways that it fucks you over. Enemies are incredibly harder, and then at the very end when you're fighting the final boss, he does a thing that wipes your save.
That's right. Okay.
So they were really smart with their anti-piracy shit on.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays all that shit gets cracked so easily that you can find a clean version of it.
Well, I mean,
I just gotta say, if you got a 3DS and you want to play Earthbound, pixel perfect mode, Earthbound is amazing. Talking more about the Switch Online.
I don't want to do it this time.
We heard some things about the Splatoon 2 online play.
So, I did not hear about this.
So, we heard a bit more about how it will work But here's the thing: all of Switch's online stuff is going to be on your smartphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know all this. Did you not know this?
No.
It's a smartphone Xbox app.
It's not going to be built into the system. So when you're talking to people now, there's been some weird confusion because a third-party seller has said or a third-party accessory maker, I think it was PDP, has said that they are making a headset for the Switch, and that the headphone jack is a headset jack, so that it also can do microphone in.
Okay.
And so it's like, are you going to be able to talk through that, or am I going to have to be draining my battery while I'm playing online? For the online, all of stuff will be handled through your phone.
Sorry for people with iPhone 7s.
Yeah.
I was just about to
God, yeah.
Gotta get AirPods.
Yeah, you gotta do the Bluetooth stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot about
That
that.
could be better.
Yeah,
because then you can just have your phone plugged in another room and then use your
that might be. Yeah, that might just be better.
Or you could just use Bluetooth headphones that sync with the Switch.
Oh
yeah.
Have you seen anyone walking around with those AirPods in?
I haven't seen.
No, I haven't seen them in the wild.
They look fucking retarded.
Oh, I'm sure.
For some reason, there's something about the cable coming off of the headphones plugged into a phone that makes you look normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, with just those wireless things. I really want a pair. But yeah,
I don't want a pair.
I saw some guy. I feel like it was. I can't remember where we were, but yeah, I saw some guy that just looked really stupid. They look dumb.
They have like little extra things on the end. That look really dumb.
Yeah. Anyway. But how it's going to work is apparently you will have voice chat that you can do in Splatoon 2, only with your friends.
Is it actually? But it's actually in the game now, as opposed to.
It's actually in the smartphone app.
Right.
You have to keep coming back around to that.
That's what like when John and I would play Splatoon together, we were just FaceTime audio.
Yeah, you FaceTime
chatting.
or just call someone.
Yeah.
Or Skype.
I was just texting during.
That's how my brother used to play.
I would be texting Justin while we're playing Smash Bros.
Yeah. So this doesn't really do anything.
That's the only way we're.
Nope. And that's what we're paying the online fees for.
Yep. Which I think is worth it.
But yeah,
it's a down payment on a better system.
You'll be able to talk with your friends on Splatoon. When you're in a lobby, you can talk with any people that you're on there with.
Okay.
And then when the game starts, it makes it so that you can only talk to the people that are on your team.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have interference with that. But again, why is it all on
your
smartphone app? It doesn't make sense.
They could just put it on the Switch.
Yes. I just don't think they have a good network set up for it.
Hmm.
What's DNA been doing?
Do they ever have a good network?
Nope.
No.
The only network I've never
Zelda
had
looks great, right guys?
What?
Yeah.
Zelda looks great,
yeah,
right?
It does.
Mario looks great.
Jeremy, are you gonna play Zelda?
I don't know.
I've never had a problem with internet on the DS though.
I don't think I've ever really used online.
I use it all the time with Pokemon.
Yeah, I guess it's all right on there. You're not doing nearly as much though.
Well,
no, I played Smash Brothers online and it was terrible.
Really? Well, Smash Bros. I've never had good experience
on the Wii U.
Wii U was better, but the 3DS was 3DS was unplayable.
Well,
there was so much lag on there.
That was an early. Well, I guess I can't even make that excuse because Mario Kart works so goddamn well. Why doesn't Smash work well?
I did play. I mean, even on the original DS, I played Mario Kart online, and it worked fine. Actually,
yeah.
The original DS, I remember that.
Snaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just.
I was always on battle mode.
Yeah.
And that was the one that you could blow into the mic on the DS and re-blow your balloons up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. God.
It was that one. Yeah.
But yeah, so Splatoon will be our first online game, I believe.
Okay. Not ARMS.
No,
ARMS wouldn't be till later after
ARMS
that,
is
right?
in the end of March.
But it's spring. Spring is
Okay.
Yeah, spring is ARMS.
Okay.
That's gonna get delayed. And then Splatoon is summer.
Yeah.
So the way it's set up right now, ARMS would be the first online, I guess. it's going to get delayed, though. I can see that game getting delayed.
Yeah.
Something maybe with the online, something that it's just they
there'll be something.
Yeah, I don't think that one's going to come out on time.
I can't wait for that game.
It looks a lot of fun.
The honeymoon phase has not ended for me. I still really.
I don't think it's going to end until the Switch comes out, and
Yeah.
then we're going to go through another honeymoon phase of, guys, did you play this on the Switch?
Yeah.
Well, eventually, when it gets there.
It's going to be so hard with the first episode that we have to record, because I think we'll be recording that Friday.
We should just live stream.
Live stream what?
Just us playing.
Just put a camera here and that's just like,
playing the. Well,
hey guys, we're playing this.
We just go over to your house and because I'm gonna have Friday off.
Yeah, I'll be taking Friday off.
Yeah,
we just go over to your house.
I'm gonna call him just sick. I don't have any more days, but
and just bring all our Joy-Cons over. And
yeah, I gotta figure out. You'll have to bring your
screen.
You should bring your capture device.
Okay.
And then we can set up something where someone can be on the TV and then the other people can be doing their own.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, what are we're just going to be playing Zelda, I guess, probably?
I mean...
Switch, maybe?
Zelda, whatever. I'm going to try and get a couple different games.
I'm probably going to, yeah.
I'm getting Zelda 1-2 Switch, that's all, until I finish Zelda.
I think I'm going to get...
I might get I Am Setsuna after Zelda.
I might end up getting Bomberman, even if it does look like it's going to be trash.
If you get Bomberman, that'll be.
I might get Bomberman.
I love Bomberman games, so I kind of have to almost. Are there any other launch downloadable only games?
I mean, other than the Tomorrow Children games, or not the Tomorrow Children, the Tomorrow Company games.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, like World of Goo.
World of Goo. Little Inferno, Human Resource Machine. What else did they announce? Binding of Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'd like Binding of
Isaac.
I want to try that too.
Yeah, that's it. We're a month away. We're going to get a couple more. I think what it is right now developers are trying to port their games to the Switch. And basically, as soon as they get done, they're just like, "All right, hey, we're gonna be at launch. We just got it done." I think that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, especially since it's indie developers coming out. So
and it's just with the thing with Snake Pass is that the day before they were like, "We've got a big announcement tomorrow" on their Twitter, and then everyone was just like, and they were like, "Guess what it is?" And then people were just like...
Skate 4!
Well, no, everyone was just...
Skate 4!
So stupid.
It's so great. I love it so much.
That is still going on.
That's so mean.
Hey guys, Madden's out. Where's Skate 4?
Where's Skate 4 at?
Yeah.
Tony Hawk
the community manager this week
that's why everybody wants Skate,
tweeted out something with hashtag Skate 4 on it.
That's all it was they tweeted out hashtag Skate 4.
And broke the internet for a minute.
And that was it. Everyone was just like, what?
It's coming. And no, he's fucking with you.
And then EA was like, we have nothing to announce at the moment involving the Skate franchise. And then that was it.
Well,
and then hashtag Skate 4.
All right, I think that will wrap it up for this episode.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to play some more Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
I'm going to play some more Resident Evil.
By the way, how far are you guys on Fire Emblem?
No, third level.
Third.
I've been replaying the same levels over and over.
I think I'm in the
second
chapter.
Oh.
I think I'm on the second chapter.
I guess I have been playing it a little much. Okay. I'll put my phone away.
I don't blame you, man.
I'm still trying to figure out what all I need to what all I can do. What's the deal with the tower?
What's the deal with which tower?
I just unlocked it because I beat up Marth.
The training?
I guess.
Or the arena? There's an arena, there's a training place, and then there's what's the other special place?
I'll figure it out.
Are you just when do I get cards?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in a second.
When can I port over my Clash Royale characters?
I'll let you know.
When do I start my own clan?
Yeah. Hey, let's start a clan, guys.
Anywho,
accept my friend request, Tyler.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find us on iTunes, on Google Play, on Player FM, on Stitcher, and other podcasting places under Just Another Video Game Podcast. If you are listening...
That's JUSTA.
No, we don't need that.
JABG.
If you are listening to us on iTunes or any of those things, please give us a review. If you're on iTunes, I only know the iTunes one. It's a little complicated. You have to actually search for us again and look at the iTunes page to put a review on there.
It's just how iTunes works, guys.
Yeah.
It's just a thing.
If you enjoy the show,
fight through it,
and you're listening on iTunes, please do that. It helps out a lot.
Yeah.
If you want to check us out on YouTube, you can find us at Just Another Video Game Podcast. You can also follow us on Twitter at JAVG Podcast. There you can send any comments or questions that you might have about the show.
Or you can tell us what we're wrong about.
Yeah.
Yeah, call us out. Sure just call us out, I guess, you know?
Yeah, let's start
some hate clubs, you know?
We gotta have some throwing fake information out every week and see if anybody catches it.
One fake news story a week.
Yeah.
It's the
alternative
podcast.
Facts.
Did you hear the royal family of England is publishing a game?
Really?
Yeah, it's called Corgi Hunt.
I'm down.
All right.
Order a pre-order.
Yeah.
In England.
Oh, okay. Road trip.
Well, good luck.
Brian, what do you do?
I put up videos of us playing games on Luigi's Apartment on YouTube. Just search for Luigi's Apartment.
Yes, sir.
You'll find it.
Yeah, you'll find it.
It's got a little Ouija on the icon.
Got to do his little flop.
I made a really great banner for it a while back. It's too long. It won't fit. It doesn't.
I hate doing banners on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
I just picked one of the default ones for right now.
Trying to like adjust the where the
it won't take any of the pictures I make.
I try. I worked on that for like an hour and a half. It said no, and I went, well, then I don't get a banner then because I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
But it's usually stuff that we do after the podcast. So.
Yep.
Tyler, how about you?
I do about the same thing on YouTube. Mine are video clips from Xbox, mostly. That's actually pretty much all of it. I am the Nano Boost on there, and Twitter is at @ty_. That's all I got.
John, you got anything plugged?
No.
No? You don't want anyone to find you anywhere?
No.
Fair enough, man. Thanks for stopping by and chatting about Counter-Strike and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I want to play some Counter-Strike.
I haven't played in a long time.
It's been I love Counter-Strike. The bomb has been planted.
Thank you all for listening, and we will see you next time.
Go. Affirmative.